Hello 108 students, welcome back to Mr. McHugh's whiteboard videos. This is number 14 and we're going to talk about the Texas side flop. Okay, I come up with these crazy terminologies, you'll never get anybody else say them but me, but this is for section 7.2, page 4 of our class notes in my talking class note videos. Example number 5. We have to handle a situation where we are going to add two rational expressions. Okay, just like fractions, you need a least common denominator. Now, there's some uniqueness on here, and I just want to take a couple minutes to show you this. Kind of like the Texas Longhorn flop, there's a pattern recognition. I'm going to show it to you, but first I got to show you the how and the why so you understand it and you'll remember it. Okay, now, our goal here is to figure out the LCD. Now there's a little bit of trickery here, but let me go back and show you why you're going to do what's fairly simple. Okay, so let me turn over to the other side, come over here and demonstrate to you guys. Notice the denominators is y minus 2 and 2 minus y. I happen to put them, this is not directly related to the problem, I want to show you something here, as dividing the two, and you can notice the pattern. Hopefully everybody's comfortable with this now. This is the Texas flop. Hopefully everybody sees that. Everybody knows that that equals -1. Okay, now my previous whiteboard video will explain that if you're rusty on it. Now what I'm choosing to do right here is I'm going to take -1 and divide it by 1. That's okay, because any number divided by 1 does not change the value of it. Okay, so why am I doing that? I want to set something up. What I want to set up here is cross multiply. Whenever you have a proportion, two ratios set equal to each other, it's called proportion, and you are allowed to cross multiply. That means you're allowed to take the diagonals and multiply this way. So I'm going to take the quantity y minus 2 and multiply it by 1. I'm going to put the results on the left hand side here. Okay, then I'm going to take, and again these diagonals are called the means and the extremes. Sorry, I just don't remember which way it goes, so whatever phrase you want to come up with. Now you're going to multiply up this diagonal, and you're going to take the quantity 2 minus y, and you're going to multiply by -1. Okay, so you're doing cross multiply. Cross multiply. Okay, now to the quantity 2 minus y times the -1, I wrote on the right hand side of the equation, and that's what I have over here. Okay, so that's fine. Now, let's simplify. The quantity y minus 2 times a +1 does not change the value, and you're left with y minus 2. Okay, now look over here. Y minus 2 is equal to the quantity 2 minus y times -1. Okay, and if you use the distributive property and multiply these out, you would come up with y minus 2. Again, I want you to look at it in this format. Our goal here, back to the problem, is to figure out an LCD. So in my notes and in my talking class note videos on here, if you recognize the Texas side flop, you are going to realize that the first denominator is going to be your LCD. Okay. Now, first let's do some pattern recognition here. Okay. So I usually do it with my right hand to show this. So okay, bear with me. I'm going to try. I might run out of the screen here. But here's the story. Take your hand, put your Texas flop, I'm using my right hand, I'm lining up on the left side denominator, you can see my hand, but my face is gone, that's alright, and you're going to flop it and match. Okay, that's the Texas side flop. If you have subtraction, must have subtraction, your terms for your index and your pinky, pick them up, flop it sideways, if it matches up, you got the Texas side flop. Another way to look at it is see that the two inner terms, this is not FOIL, but the two inner terms are touching, the two outer terms are the same. That is an example of the Texas side flop. Okay, now that you have that, you're like, so what? What am I going to do with this? Once you recognize this pattern, and I could go like this and flip it, doesn't matter how you use your hands. No, I can't flip that way. What you're going to do now is, let's get serious about solving this problem. You recognize the Texas side flop. All you have to do is realize that the equivalency between y minus 2 and 2 minus y is a simple -1. And thus, if you take the right-hand rational expression multiplied by -1 and stack it, anything divided by itself is equivalent to 1, so you're not changing the value. You have created both denominators having the LCD of y minus 2. Does everybody see that so far? Okay, so first rational expression, nothing. You did nothing to it. The second one, you simply multiplied it by -1 on both sides, and 8 times -1 class is -8. Now if you wanted to, I think in my notes I went like this just to show it, which is fine. I'll go with that. Now look what you got. Same common denominator, LCD. So now you simply keep the denominator, y minus 2, go across the top, y plus what, -8? And there's your answer. It's as simple as that. Okay, now your goal is to recognize the Texas side flop. When you see it, trigger in your brain, you're going to multiply the left rational expression by -1, stack it, keep the LCD is the left denominator, write it down there, and simply add across the top of the numerators like you do with regular fractions. Okay, Mr. McHugh, that's it for now. I hope you had some fun with that. I enjoy this experience to get a chance to communicate with you guys through the whiteboard videos. I'll try to keep making more of them here, and I'm working hard on the Talking Class Note videos. Please give those a shot too, class. I think as the semester goes on and the material starts to get tougher, maybe now, Chapter 7, you're starting to realize this is the end of 025 material, and after we finish Chapter 7, we will go into new material with Chapter 8 with radicals, and then 9 with parabolas, and 10 with logarithms and exponents. So that's going to be all new material. Please take advantage of the resources I'm trying to offer you guys. Okay, I'm going to sign off for now, so good luck. Whiteboard number 14 in the books. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.